dying alone with your cat? Well, here's something to add to that fear. They might eat you after you die. This surprisingly common concern is getting attention thanks to a recent paper out of the Forensic Investigation Research Station at Colorado Mesa University. Researchers there were studying body decomposition when they unintentionally captured footage of cats feasting on human corpses. Now, we would show you the images, but they're incredibly gruesome. Bite marks? No, nobody should see these. Now, those were feral cats that wandered in from the desert, but there are also documented cases of house cats consuming their dead owners. To find out what to make of all this, we spoke with Dr. Michael Delgado, a cat behavior specialist at UC Davis. So let's get this question out of the way. If I was a cat owner and I died suddenly, will my cat eat me?
There's a very good chance that your cat would eat you, assuming that your body laid around for an extended period of time.
How in the world did scientists manage to study cats eating corpses?
So it's important to understand that the researchers who published this finding were not specifically looking to test if cats would eat corpses. So the study was really an observation that was made during a separate research project looking into the decomposition of human bodies. And so they had corpses outside that were exposed to the elements. And it just so happened that because they had cameras on these bodies, they were able to capture footage of feral cats kind of sneaking into the facility and snacking on some of the bodies.
Buy a dog, die alone.
There's actually been more documentation of dogs eating their owners than cats.
No!
Don't blame it all on the cats.
If they said it once, they say it again. Art, you ain't shit, boy. What's up, people? This is Art. I'm coming at you with a kind of humorous video. I found this on YouTube and I just laughed my butt off because one of my friends sent me this video and I just found it completely hilarious. Like, the cats are out there eating owners and shit, and what this brings me to is Kevin Samuels when he says buy a dog, die alone, because apparently even dogs are eating owners if they die alone. And you know, it's kind of sad in a way, but I mean it is what it is. If you choose to live alone by yourself and you know don't have anyone around you, then there's a possibility that you could be eaten by your pet. I mean, now the numbers they say are greater with dogs and cats. So that's what the lady said in this interview. And you know, I wonder how many single women were found like this, or single people, but mostly single women. That's what we're talking to, because I mean, what it comes down to is that you want to have a whole bunch of people, not just women, but a bunch of people that are going to end up being alone till the time they die. And it's because of the simple fact that the social structure that glued us together has eroded because of feminism, since feminism was hand when it comes to mating practices, and especially in the Western world. And so with men and women growing further and further apart, more and more of people my age and younger are going to start dying alone. They're not going to cohabitate. I mean, which is going to cause more people to spend more money on themselves and just try to make ends meet. There's not going to be much of reserves for a lot of people. And it is what it is at this point. I mean, what can you say? I mean, this world right now has set up a lot of people to just sit there and be by themselves. We no longer interact with the people around us. And for the most part, you know, we have nothing to do about that. We have nothing to thank for that but technology. And I mean, like we were talking about I think last Saturday, how it's so easy to cut on your computer and talk to people and not communicate with a lot of people, not physically face to face. And it's destroying the social norms that we would normally have if we have to be in front of people's faces. And we see it all throughout life, like how easy it is for guys to just swipe left instead of going to a bar, getting the courage up to go talk to a girl. How easy it is for a girl just to swipe left and just to get some dick, get some attention, instead of putting forth some effort into looking presentable and going out somewhere and talking to someone and breaking free of that anxiety that she might have. You know, it's eliminating risk, and that is the problem, because throughout all life you have to take risk. Risk is a necessity to deal with people, to deal with your boss, to deal with your job. I mean, you have to take risks in life, and some risks need to be rewarded. It's just that now we've gone to a society where, you know, people are not willing to take risks, especially women. I mean, with all this Me Too movement culture and cancel culture, and, you know, men are the evilest thing in the world, guys are just saying, you know what, I'm out. I'm not dealing with this anymore. And it's going to leave women up to the point to where they are the ones that's going to have to pursue men. They're the ones that's going to have to make sure that, you know, they're more forthcoming with their flirtatious behavior. It's no more of this coy stuff that they've been doing. They just can't imply stuff like, you want to come out to my house for some coffee? No, she's going to say, yo, I really want to have some sex tonight. You want to come up and blow my back out? I mean, that's how it's going to have to be for women, because they created a culture where men are now standoffish. They don't want to deal with you unless there's some guarantees, and women are going to have to, you know, give men guarantees now. You can't sit there and, you know, say what women want to do is they want a plausible deniability when it comes to relationships. They want to act like they're doing something, but have the power to say no, and then you're just supposed to respect that, and then you're not supposed to feel some type of way about it, because the moment that you think she's implying something and you go for it and she says no, guess what? As a guy, you can get pissed, and she's gonna look at you like, well, you're being a bad person because you got pissed. Like, no, what it seemed like is you implied that you wanted me to do something, but that's not really what you want. So now I've got to take a step back and now reassess the situation. And then I might get pissed and leave. And then now she's calling you a monster or whatever she wants to, because her feelings are hurt. But if she was forthcoming with the information, like she's going to have to be in these upcoming times, then maybe we can go somewhere with that. See, all feminism has done is put more of the control in women's hands, because men are just saying, listen, I'm going to back off. I'm not going to deal with this crap. I'm not going to imply that, I'm not going to inquire or imply that you said something. You need to tell me straight up what it is you want, and then we can go from there. And if you can't do that, then I can't be with you. That's what it has done. And women do not know how to handle that. They don't want the responsibility on them, which is why they always want you to pursue. They want you to initiate sex. They want you to do all the major initiation, where we're going to eat, do all this, because they don't want no control of their lives. But guess what? Now you got control. And you better start using that control. Because if you don't, and if you don't change the ways that you are operating, you're going to die alone. But guess what? At least you be able to feed your furry friend.
It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.